In today's video, we are doing something different from just graphic design, but an aspect of TV branding. This is a squeeze bag design with a dimension of 1920 by 1080 pixels and the resolution is 300. Let me show you how to do it in Affinity. This is our transparent background. I'll explain to you the reason why I made this transparent in the settings. Alright, so now let's create a new background. So I'll choose pixel, but make sure you're in the pixel studio. I'll choose pixel and then I select new fill layer. Okay, so I don't want this color. Let's choose the black color for the background. As I stated earlier on, we are working on a squeeze bag. So the shape of a squeeze bag looks like an L. The first thing I want to do is to switch to vector and then I choose the rectangle tool. So let's draw a shape like this. Okay. Let me turn the stroke off and then let me change this to white. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to create the L shape. So this is to guide us so that we can create this L shape you see right here. I'll grab the pen tool and then I'm in the pen mode, alright, and then I click to create. And then let's deselect this. This is where the magic happens. When I turn this off and then I turn this off, you can see the idea I was talking about. Alright, so this is the reason why I did the background transparent. This is where your video is playing and this is where the advert will show. Okay, so now let's start with the design. Alright, so I'm using this product from Boss. It's a perfume made of ginger and leather fragrance. Alright, the next thing I want to do is to remove the background of this image. So we select the object selection tool and then we click on it like this. Okay, so you can see we have our selection perfectly, and now let's click on refine. I don't think we have anything to refine here or anything to adjust. Change the output to max and then apply. So you can see we have it perfectly selected. So now let's copy this and then let's paste it on our design. So let's now add a logo. So I'll place it. Okay, so this is a black color of the logo. Alright, I want to change the color to white. So I just select my layer effects and then we change the color overlay. Alright, so you select it and then we choose the white. Very simple, right? So let's put the logo here and then let me put it behind the object. There's something here I want to show you. Alright, so this is a reference image from the brand. Alright, I'm going to use the same details right here for the text. So let's go back to the design and then let me create some shadows for this. Alright, so let me duplicate this. So you press and hold control and then you drag it like this. Okay, so now let's switch to vector and then let's come here and then let's change the angle to -180. So it's going to flip it like this. Let's drag this beneath this and then let's reduce the opacity a bit. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to change the color for this shape that we drew with the pen tool. So make sure the layer is selected and then you click on layer effects and then you select gradient overlay. So you can see we have a nice black and white gradient overlay applied. Alright, let me adjust this a bit. So let's try the angles. Okay, so I think I like this one. It looks very nice. Okay, so now let's add shadow to this bottle. So we select this and then we choose the ellipse tool and then we draw it like this. Let's select the color to black and then let's move it beneath. So make sure the layer is selected and then you choose layer effects. Then we select Gaussian blur. Okay, let me reduce the opacity a bit. I think this looks perfect. All right, so you can see on the design they have bottled beyond the new ginger leather fragrance. All right, we select the text tool. Then let's change the color to white, and then let me change the font to something like this. Let's duplicate this, then let's type. Let me add one more thing, so let me duplicate this. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to edit this image a bit. All right, so we make sure the layer is selected, and then we select adjustment, and then we select curves. I want to edit the shadows a bit. All right, make a point like this, and then we drag it like this. You click on the max layer, and then you right click, and then you select invert max. Let's switch to the Pixel Studio, and then let's select the paintbrush tool. Let's set this background to white. Make sure you're having this, all right, black on white, not white on black, but rather black on white. We zoom in, and then we just brush on it like this. Okay, so now we can clip mask the curves adjustment into the bottle. All right, so we select it, so there you have it. Okay, so now let's work on the highlights on this image, just like we did for the darkness or the shadows. Let's work on the highlights. So now we click a point like this, and then we move it up. So you now pick your brush tool. Okay, so now we select our paintbrush tool, and then you check this black on white. All right, okay, so now let's add this one also into the clip marks. Okay, so I think I am done with the design. So this is how to create a squeeze back. All right, okay, so let me add an image to this side to give the overall look of the idea. All right, this is basically how it is done. Okay, so you have the advert here, and then you have the action going on here. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the video, and if this was helpful, I want you to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.